What's up, fellow travelers? My name is PJ, aka the Hostel Hero. I am a superhero, traveler, entrepreneur, so let's get right into it. Recently I stayed at the Hot Tub and Clyde hostel in Glasgow, and this is the cheapest accommodations you will find in Glasgow. I think I paid $14 to $15 a night for each of those hostels over a 4-night period. So overall the atmosphere is very nice. They've got some cool paintings and murals on the doors and stairways. I actually got to speaking with one of the co-owners of the hostel, Michelle. She's the owner of the Hot Tub Hostel. Her brother owns the Clyde Hostel. Michelle seemed nice and she let me pet Angus, who's this like small Yorkshire Terrier mascot of the hostel, aside from the other dog, which is Clyde, who's the other mascot of the hostel, and you are not supposed to feed Clyde. When I stayed at the Hot Tub Hostel, the facilities were okay. The bed was surprisingly comfortable. I read on some reviews that it was like a squeaky bed and that it would keep others up all night. I didn't find this to be true. I actually got one of the best night's sleep I've had in Scotland in the bed at the Hot Tub Hostel. However, most of the hostel lockers were battered or broken. The common space was nice, it was small, it was quaint, but it was lacking in facilities. If you want to cook in the Hot Tub Hostel, you have to go across the street to the Clyde Hostel where all the utilities are kept. That said, the Clyde Hostel didn't offer much in terms of cooking. I actually ate out more often in Glasgow. I cooked like one meal there. It was okay. It wasn't like the greatest kitchen, but it had the facilities, it had the equipment you needed to cook. So if you want to cook, you can cook there. As far as toilets and showers, both of these hostels require you to go up or down a flight of stairs to use the facilities, which might be a deal breaker for a few people. I mean, it's not the end of the world, I don't really care, but it's kind of annoying at 1 a.m. if you have to go downstairs just to use the toilet. The Hot Tub Hostel has 2 private downstairs toilets along with 2 private showers. The showers are actually right adjacent to the common room. I actually didn't shower in the Hot Tub Hostel. I just used the hot tub. I've gotta say, the hot tub was one of the coolest amenities I've experienced in a hostel thus far. Which, to my knowledge, was very chlorinated. It seemed fine. I felt clean afterwards. I rinsed off in the shower. Oh yeah, outlets. Let's talk about outlets. I often struggled to find outlets in both of these hostels. I was in the train spotting room in the Clyde hostel, and there was this one central space where everybody put their electronics. Not the safest system. Nobody got anything stolen, but the system of everybody hooking in their outlet in one location, not the greatest system. Given that most hostels have an outlet right beside your bed, this was a slight inconvenience. It was difficult to stretch the cords from one side of the room to the other and keep all my batteries alive for all my electronics. I mean, I may be flexible, but I'm no Reed Richards, if you know what I mean. So these hostels, which are located on Bath Street, are actually in close proximity to the Kelvin Grove Park, which is an awesome park. I think it's like a 20-minute walk from George Square. The location is good. The location is fine. If you're going to Glasgow to spend time outside, if the weather is nice, it's probably not going to be nice because it's Scotland, but if the weather is nice, this is a great hostel just to drop off your stuff.
So I'm here with Wayne, and he works in the Clyde Hostel across the street. And how long you worked there?
About 3 months.
3 months. So tell me just what's unique about this hostel?
Unique about this hostel? Well, as the owner says, a Canadian guy, it's probably a true backpacker hostel where actually backpackers go and socialise and have fun. And it's not the most luxurious of accommodation, but the main part of travelling is meeting people and socialising and having fun, and yeah, so no hair dryers in the rooms here.
Thanks for the insight, Wayne. Ugh. Wayne. So the Hot Tub and Clyde hostel beats out all other hostels in Glasgow in terms of price, maybe even in all of Scotland. The low price comes at a cost, however. Aside from the hot tub, the amenities aren't exactly stellar. So just looking over the Clyde hostel pricing, you can get a very good discount from this hostel in the summer. You see it at the $11.5 discount, and then $16.3 on weekends. That's, if you're staying a week in Glasgow in the summer, that adds up to almost, $100 extra to spend on tours or whatever you plan to spend on in Glasgow. And then there's a smaller discount in the fall and the winter and the spring. Moving on to the hot tub hostel, you get that equal discount in the summer and actually a pretty good discount in the spring. They might change this. There's a lot of volatility when it comes to changing prices for hostels. Obviously, if you book way in advance, you're gonna get the best price. It's also possible that the owners of this hostel haven't updated it for the spring yet. But from what I found on hostelworld.com, you can get prices for $15 to $16 if you book right now, which is around $5 to $8 cheaper in the spring than, the average in Scotland. So my experience in the hot tub hostel was very similar to my experience in the Clyde hostel. All the facilities were there, they were in fine working condition. Things were a little cramped, the spacing was a little off at times, but generally for the price of this hostel, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed my time there. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the Clyde and hot tub hostels. They get an extra boost because of the dogs. In conclusion, I am awarding this hostel with the level of As always, if you liked what you saw here, smash that like button, comment below, or subscribe for future content. I'm out. Woo!